Hello guys, welcome again. So guys, today I'm going to cover a very important but simple topic, that is how to generate logs with the help of Log4j API in Selenium. And a lot of people, they're asking that, okay, how to generate the logs and everything. And people, they might ask at the time of interview also that some basic couple of questions about Log4j. But it's very simple, and it's like a very good enhancement in your framework that you can generate some good amount of logs, and how to implement the Log4j API and everything. It's very simple. In fact, developers also, Java developers also, they use the same API to generate the logs, right? To generate the logs on the Tomcat or any application server. So they always, most of the time, they are using Log4j API. It's very simple. So quickly, let's start how to do that. Let me check. The recording is on. Perfect. Okay, so what I'll do, simple, I'll go to my Eclipse. I'll create one simple project. Okay, and simple Maven project I'll create. I'll go to project, and how to generate the projects for newcomers. Please see how to generate how to create the Maven project and everything. I have covered so many times. In fact, in Maven tutorials also, and page object tutorials also, you can refer. So let's see, my group ID is generate logs, and artifact ID is also generate logs, and click on finish. And what I'll do, that I'll write my Selenium code as well as testng code. So I have to add the dependency in my pom.xml file. So I'll remove this JUnit dependency first, and let me add the dependency for Selenium and this guy. Okay, Selenium and testng dependency I have already added, and the moment you save it, automatically Maven dependencies will be added over here. Now to generate the logs, I have to add one more dependency, guys. That is called Log4j dependency. So you can download the Log4j jar file, or you can search on Google, simple, that Log4j Maven. Go to 1.217. This is the latest version of Log4j. Just copy this thing, copy this dependency, and add it over here. Okay, simple. The moment you save it, and you will see that Log4j jar file also will be added over here, right? Now we are good to go to write the code. And in src main Java, src test Java, these dummy sample packages I'll delete. Let me delete this package also. I'll create my own package, src test Java, and right click on it, go to new, and create a package. Let's see, my package name is com.test package. Okay, click on finish, and I'll create a simple test class for freecrm.com application that we already taken examples in the previous tutorials. So let's see, my file name is login test. Okay, click on finish, and this login test, what I'll do, simple, I'll write my simple testng code. Okay, so this is a site I'll show you for newcomers. I think where it is, just a minute. This is the freecrm.com. So on this login page, we will write to that this logo is available and the title is available. That's it. Only 2 test cases. I don't want to waste my time on writing the different test cases, because here we are just covering that how to generate the logs. Okay, so simple login test, and then quickly I'll write my code, that WebDriver driver. I'll initialize my WebDriver, not initialize, just define the WebDriver reference, import it from Selenium, and I'll write @ before method, and simple, I'll write public void setup method, right? And in this @ before method is coming from testng. So this setup method, I launch my browser and Chrome and set up the property for Chrome driver.exe and entering the URL. So that code is already available. We have written so many times. So just a minute. Yeah. So I'm not wasting time writing the same thing again and again. Okay. So this is the thing. And this Chrome driver, that we have to import it from Selenium. Time unit is also, we have to import it from Java. Okay, Java util package, and @after method also I'll add. Okay guys, so this is the @after method to quit the browser. Okay, and two test cases I'll be writing. Guys. My two test cases will be these two test cases that okay, so these two test cases I'll be writing. Just import all the things only from testng annotation. Okay, fine. So I've added two test cases, that free CRM title test and free CRM logo test. That I'm getting the title and I'm asserting over here and getting the logo. I mean checking the logo is displayed or not and asserting over here. Very simple two test cases I have written. I'm not discussing how exactly I have written these cases because so many times we have already discussed. This tutorial is only and only for logs. Now, a couple of interview questions that I have written over here that I'll explain. So, what do you mean by log? See, guys, log means to capture the information what is going on at the time of execution. When you execute your program, so JVM Java also executing something, Selenium also executing something, TestNG also executing something, right? So a lot of APIs they are working together and doing some their respective work. You want to know what is going on each and every step. Okay, what are different execution, what are different calls in the background going on, right? So that you can understand the execution properly, that what exactly is going on. Let's say you're running your execution or program or Selenium code on some remote machine, so every time you cannot see that what is going on the remote machine, that every time you have to go to that VM machine or remote machine and log in into the system and check what is going on. No, you can monitor the logs directly from your local system also, that what is going on inside the logs, right? So logs is very important in terms of debugging the code, in terms of what are the different failures, okay, at the runtime, okay, to check the exceptions and any null pointer exceptions or any kind of exceptions are coming, what is the reason behind that, or maybe some file is missing or some jar is missing. Easily you can track it from logs. So the what is log? Log means capturing or info or activities at the time of program execution. Sorry, this is a very straightforward definition of logs. There are different types of logs, that info, warning, error, and fact. This is a level of logs. Info, warning, error, and fatal. Okay, so they will ask you at a time of interview that okay, what are the different four levels of logs? So these are the four levels, like info, warning, error, and fatal. Okay, sorry guys. Now, how to generate the logs? To generate the logs in Java, we use Apache Log4j API. Okay, we use Apache Log4j API we use to generate the logs. So what is the mechanism, that how exactly it works? It reads the log4j configuration from log4j.properties file. So this file is the most important file to generate the logs. So log4j jar file we have already added. Log4j jar file we have already added in our dependency. And we have to create now this log4j.properties file. Where to create? Guys, this is the most important thing, where to create this file. Create inside resources folder. Okay, you have to create this log4j.properties file inside the resources folder. Okay, inside the resources source folder. So how to create this resources source folder? Just simple right click on it, go to new and create a source folder. Okay, and then simple write src main sources. Okay, src main sources you have to create. Let me check just a minute. Src main, guys, resources you have to create, not sources. I'll rename it. So resources you have to use. Okay, create this src main resources, and inside this src main resources source folder, go to file and create a new file, and the file name is compulsory, guys. Log4j properties. This is the file name that you have to create, log4j.properties. Don't write any property or something, and don't change the name that abc.properties or something. It's compulsory to write log4j L small, log4j.properties. Click on finish. Right, and here you have to define some properties in the form of key and value pair format, because properties means key and value pair format. And that key and value pair format, I'll give it to you. This is the, no need to remember, but I'll explain you what are different information you have to provide, different levels you have to provide over here. Simple, you just need to copy paste. I'll provide this information in my Git repository also, plus in the description also you will find this, or in the comment also I'll provide this log4j.properties. Okay, now here different kind of levels. We have the first level is that what kind of root category I want to generate inside the debug mode, inside the console mode, as well as I want to generate my logs in a particular file also. So console means this is the console. On the console also I want to generate the logs. In the file also I want to generate the logs. Okay, for console configuration, that we have to use console appender. Okay, so what do you mean by appender? Appender is the responsible thing that which is provided by, okay, which is provided by the log4j, which writes on the console, which writes to console. Console means this console, or maybe through terminal also you want to generate, you want to execute your program in the console, and the terminal also, in the command line also you will, command prompt also you will get the output, the proper logs coming over there. What is a pattern layout? This is a pattern layout that, this is the pattern layout I want to use, and this is my pattern that I want to generate my logs on the basis of mmddyy, the date wise, number of hours, minutes and seconds, and this is the configuration. Don't change anything over here, guys. Okay, this is the standard configuration provided by log4j.properties. Same thing, how exactly you want to generate a file. So my file is like, again, for file they provide rolling file appender which writes to a file. So rolling file appender is the appender name, and console appender is the appender name for console, and rolling file appender is the appender for file, to write logs into the file. And this is my file name. You can give any file name. Let's say I give application.log. Let's see, like this, application.log is the file name. Okay, and now we have to define some properties for file that, let's see, for 10 MB I'll define that 10 MB is the maximum file size. After 10 MB is done, then create the index, okay, for 10. It means first file is done, let's see, file size is full, right? Then automatically it will create the backup. So 10 times it can create the backup. You can, this is just a configuration. Tomorrow, let's say you want to make it for 100, you can make it 100 also, or you want to increase the size for the logs, and you can log file, you can increase the file size also. But I think 10 MB is more than enough for you guys, because in Selenium generally we don't use so much of logs and everything. Okay, and then what kind of pattern layout? This is a pattern layout that ISO 8601, it's equivalent to that. Generate the, ISO 8601 is the standard dates. Okay, according to this date, please generate the date format and everything. So this is the standard concept that we have to use. Okay, standard configuration that we have to use. One more configuration I'll tell you, that is called log4j appender dot file dot append is equal to true. I'll tell you what do you mean by append is equal to true or false. Okay, so this is just a configuration, guys, we have to use. Now if you run this login test dot java, okay, now if you run it, login test dot java, run as simple like this. See, if you see that it's generating some logs like this, right? See, it's generating some logs, the default logs like this in the console. Why this console is getting such kind of output? Because of this log4j properties that we have defined the console appender. Okay, and if you see, maybe some test case getting failed, let it be. If you see the pattern layout, that mmddyy today is whatever the date, maybe I don't know why it is taking 11th of January 2017, maybe fine. So we will see what is the date issue, we will check. but you can see it's generating some logs like this. Okay, and if you refresh your generate logs, now I want to see that it's actually creating this file application.log or not. So just refresh your project, refresh it, and you will see that application.log file. You just open this file, you will see that logs are getting generated over here also. Okay, oh sorry, it's mmddy. Sorry, so month is 11th, is November, 1st November 2017. So like this, it is generating the logs. Okay, we have given mmddy. So in application log also, see, if you can see the application log, see now each and every whatever in the background is going on, each and everything, it will be captured. See, it is sending the request to this localhost, this, and making the connection with this. The Selenium is making the connection. It's sending the post request, as I told you, right? Remember that WebDriver architecture, sending the post request and making the JSON and interacting with the browser, and see the desired capabilities in the background. We don't see the desired capabilities, okay, in an actual console without log4. So it's actually sending this information that we are using the Chrome browser name is equal to Chrome, and then it's interacting with the browser and everything, making the connection with the browser, and then, right, see, all the information is coming over here. This is the session ID got generated, this is the post session ID got generated, and after the session ID got generated, then see, it is trying to maximize the window. Okay, see, I told you, right, everything is happening through wire protocol. Remember WebDriver architecture we discussed? And these are the different headers we are passing. Internally, Selenium is passing headers in the form of REST API. So each and everything you can check it over here, guys. This is like something very amazing. Through Log4j you can generate. Now, so guys, as you can see that we are getting the logs inside the console as well as inside the application.log file. Also, we are getting all the logs, right? So this is very simple. This is how we generate the logs. Okay. Now we will see why our test case were getting failed because of some timing issue. Because this page is taking a lot of time to load. See, this page could not be loaded, and we have given the page load timeout only for 20 seconds. So let's me increase to 30 seconds, and then again we will run, and then we will see in the console how exactly it's generating the logs, and then I'll show you the concept of append. Now see, each and every information it's taking, and for each and every time also, at 1st November at 12:39:40 here in Germany, the time is around 12:40, and you can see that each and every activity, see, it's launching the URL like this, sending this HTTP request through the HTTP wire protocol, and see, it's generating the URL, and it's it's still loading. I think this site is today, it's uh, very slow. Now see, it's launching the, okay, launching the URL and close the browser, and see, getting the response, and two test cases got passed. See, both the test cases got passed, and the complete application, I mean complete error logs and everything we are getting over here. Not error logs, I would say logs. And inside the application.log also you can see all the logs are getting generated. Now guys, if you see one thing, that I executed my test cases at 12:40, right? The last execution was on 12:40, right, on this date. What I want, I have one property. This property name is append equal to true or false. Append true means whatever the previous logs were there, if we want to append with those logs. Let's see, I have this log ABC, right? In the second execution also, if you want to generate the logs, so right, with the append equal to true. So what will happen after ABC, the next log will be generated like this, ABC XYZ, right? Now if you write append equal to false, so what will happen? Let's see, first time you are executing logs and it's generating the logs inside the file ABC. Next time if you are making append equal to false, and then if you are running, what exactly it will do? It will override ABC. First it will remove the entire logs, it will clear application.log file, then it will write the new log like this. So this is a property of appending, that append equal to true means append with the previous logs. Now let's see, right now current time is 12:41. Now if I start my execution with append equal to true, I'll execute my code again, and you will see that. So application.log, see, it's after 1240, that was line number 978. After 1240, it's appending. See, immediately after that, it's appending the new logs, right? After 1240, it's appending. Now let me terminate it and I'll execute my test cases again. And what I'll do, log4j property, this append property, I'll make it false. It means don't append with the previous logs. Okay, don't append with the previous logs. Now what exactly it will do, it will finish first, it will clear this application.log, and from the first line you will see that it will show you that 1242 it will show you. See, it's appending from 1151, then from 1151 to 1240, 1239, 1240, it's appending, right? Now if you execute it, now let's execute it, and we'll see in application.log, see, automatically at 1240 it got executed, right? So append equal to false means just remove the previous logs. Append equal to true means append with the previous logs, don't override. Append equal to false means just override the previous logs. Okay, don't append it. So this is the property they might ask you at a time of interview also, right? And now what I'll do, I'll execute through Maven on the console, on the terminal. So I'll go to this directory, copy this directory, and I'll launch my terminal. This is my terminal, and what I'll do, I'll go to the directory. Okay, here that src folder and everything is over here. I'll just simple write maven clean install. Let's see, it's it's building that all those things. It's running my test cases. See, in the console also you can see the logs, right? In the console itself you can see the logs. See, the full logs are coming in the console also. So right, let's see, now you're executing through Selenium grid on some different machine. You just need to SSH into that machine. You just need to remote login into that machine, or maybe SSH from your laptop, from your local machine, and then you can check the logs. What are different things are going on from your laptop, right? So you can see the log from the console also like this through Maven command if you're executing. Maybe some failure issues, so maybe some other again timeout issues are coming because of this thing, because of the application. Let's forget about it. Okay, so like that we are getting. Okay, now I think that's all for this thing in log4j. Okay, so this is how we generate the reports. Now one thing, let's see, deliberately, like if you want to put some information, your own logs you want to generate. What I want that, okay, after this new Chrome, what I want to generate my own logs. So how to do that? I want to write my own log line also. How to do that? So at the class level, you just define one logger. One class is there, logger. Log is equal to like this, logger dot get logger method is there. Okay guys, and you have to import it from testng guys. Logger dot get logger log4j API logger you have to use. And what is the class? This is my class name. You have to write the class name dot class. Okay, and at the before method, what happened? Yeah, now with this log reference object, okay, we can use, let's see, I want to generate log dot method is there, log dot info. So log dot info, what kind of message you want to write? Let's see, my message name is that launching Chrome browser. Okay, and then after that I want that log dot info. Simple, I'll write entering application URL like this. So you can write your own information also, right? You can print the title. You can print the title like log.info, and you can write like this, login page title is plus title, right? With the variable name also you can write, just like system.out.println, you just need to write log.info like this, right? If you want to print any warning or error, so you have to use a couple of things. Okay, so let's see, some warning or info. Let's see, you want to write log dot, we have different, as I told you, warn. Okay, log dot warn is a method to generate the warning messages. Let's say simple, I'll write, hey, this is just a warning message. Okay, if we want to print some error, let's see, log dot info, log dot fatal. Okay, some fatal message you want to print, simple, hey, this is just fatal error message, like this. So if you see that if you deliberately want to print some warning or maybe some error message or something like that, in that case, guys, you can do that. Log dot, let me check what are the different other things. Like we have one more method, that is debug. If you want to put any debuggers and simple debug message, you can write like, this is debug message, like this. So these are the different info, warning, fatal, debug. These are the different levels. Okay, okay, like this. This is debug, not error, like this. Fatal is itself is error. Okay, so like this, these are the 4 different levels of logs: info, warning, debug, fatal, like this. So you can print accordingly your own logs also, plus along with these logs will be generated. So if you run this program, let's run it, and you will see that okay, along with the different logs, these 4 lines in launching Chrome browser and everything is also getting printed over here. Let's say you want to write that log simple dot info. I want something like this, some good printing like this, that right, and my test case name, I want to print like this. This is my free CRM, like this, right? And I'll write, see, you can design like this, log.info starting test case, like this, and same thing for, I'll write it for second test case, this test case. And once the test case is over, you can write like this, sorry, some good graphics, so that you will see in the console that ending test case, and this test case will be ended. And same thing we can write for this guy, right, like this. Or you can call, you can create inside a method these 2 lines, you can call that method directly, so like this, right? And once the test cases are done, driver is quit. Let's see, I'll write some info over here that okay, drive or browser is closed, something like this, I'll write. So whatever the information you want to provide, guys, you can write like this. And let's see, at the starting of my this thing also, I'm writing starting test cases execution, something like this. Okay, what are the information you want to provide? So I'm printing all these stars, 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 like, so that I can see, because in the console, if you see, you will be confused at what is going on. There's so many logs are there, but with some your own annotation, if you are writing like all these stars, if your pattern you are providing, then you can easily find that okay, this is my log, like that. Okay, now let's run it and let's see how it's printing in the console. You will see that in the console. See, we'll see starting test case execution, and then it's doing Okay, you have to check your log that okay, so let's see starting test execution, and the first test case I think still it's launching. Okay, like that. See, it's taking again, this site is so slow today. So let's see in the console again, see timeout exception is coming. But guys, you guys can check. So whatever that pattern you are printing, it will print this particular pattern over here. Same thing, let's me try with the Maven clean install, and then if you run through Maven, and it will generate the pattern, see starting test cases, right? And all the console information, it's coming over here, all the logs on the console, sending this. At this point of time, it's stuck because of the application is very slow today. So although page load timeout we have given 20, but it's crossing 20 seconds also today. It's very slow. Maybe in Germany it's very slow. Now you can, I mean, you can try in your domain. So I think now it's coming. So let's see. It's very slow today. I don't know. I think a lot of people hitting this application today. Or maybe it's showing some, see again, it's showing timeout exception. Server did not provide any this thing. Again, timeout exception, close connection. Okay, but guys, it's okay. You can check and how exactly it's printing in the console through Maven and everything. Like this, you can design the pattern like this. Okay, so I think that's all for today and for this session. And I'll share this code into my into Git repository. Okay, you can, okay, see in this I'll create in Naveen Animation 20 Git repository. In this account, I'll create another, okay, another package over there. So you can see over here that let's see log4j generation, something like that I'll create, and you can refer the log4j properties over there and everything. I'll provide the URL inside the description also. Okay, in the description itself I'll provide, you can refer it. And guys, if you really like the video, so please subscribe to the channel and okay, share with your friends, and okay, and press the bell icon. So a lot of videos are coming in future, so that you will be notified accordingly. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.